M0FXB, welcome back to my videos on the ICOM IC-706 Mark II-G. So lately we've been talking about shack in the box radios like the Yaesu 857D and this one here, the 706 Mark II-G, Kenwood TS2000, which is a much bigger set, but there is a big demand at the moment for a small shack in the box. You also had the color screen model, which was the ICOM 7000, all discontinued. Now, I feel like back then, ICOM did listen to its customers because they brought out the ICOM 706 model 3 times, didn't they? And then each time they were adding things that customers were asking for. We want 70 centimeters. We want DSP, etc. And when they brought out the ICOM 7000, they were like, we want a color screen. Okay, now I've used the 7000 and I've used the 706 Mark II-G, and I feel like the Mark II-G was worked better, had clearer audio for me. I like the green screen and all the information, all the buttons are on the front, very user friendly radio. So this is the Mark II-G model. You probably might have the Mark II model, which did not have 70 centimeters. So scrolling down, well, we'll look at the front panel first, and then please give me your experiences. Do you still have it? Would you sell it? Because these sell for like £500 sometimes. Let me know. So starting off, you've got the up and down band, as you can just see there to the right of quite a large VFO knob, which is quite rugged design with that rubber gritty, this rubber edge around the around the outside. So mode button here, tuning step, receive, display selections and lock. Then underneath you've got F buttons. So when you press the menu once, twice, 3, you have different functions. On screen you can see they're showing 70 centimeters, but this is a full HF radio, top band included, VHF, UHF 6 meters, total shack in the box. Tuners these days, you can buy them at £70, whether you want to get a proper ICOM one or just, there's some good ones, like the ATU100M is a very good tuner that you can get from AliExpress for this kind of device. So it does say preamp attenuator here, tuner core, you can control the tuner using the radio, headphone jack, looks like 3.5 at the front, then you've got the RIT adjustments for receive, and I'm sure there'll be an XIT somewhere, surely. Memory channels, shift, AF, RF and squelch there, so that's that. And then scrolling down, the amazing evolution of the 706, and in its day, this was ahead of its game. This was like the best one, and I think everyone, literally every ham I knew, went out and bought one. That's how good they were. And if anything, if they had the Mark II, they were like, oh, I wish I bought the Mark II-G. So going down, you've got the groundbreaking, it says here 706 with HF and VHF. Then you've got the 706 Mark II, all of the wizardry of the 706 amp with refined features and user friendliness, as well as enhanced performance. So they improved the performance. And then, the big one was that they added 160 meters. So, did the first two not have top band? So it says here the IC-706 arrives, tradition of base station performance features in a mobile rig, building on this legacy frequency covers, and it goes on there. 2 meters, 77, 6 meters, HF. Scrolling down, quite a neat package. And is that it looks like you can buy a kit to remove the head unit as well, so that made it nice. You could just put it under your seat. DSP filtering of the time, high stability transmitter. These things, they're still going strong and they're 20 years old. And the other thing is that I feel like hams feel like they can fix this one. If it goes wrong, they can fix it. But there are some very good companies out there now that will fix these kind of radios, and they can get spare parts. And I've seen head units selling separately as well on eBay. So there's bits flying around as well, because really, if they do go wrong, it tends to be the main unit, not the head unit, in my experience. So what do you think? I'll put the links in the description of what I'm looking at. I can't see that there was any firmware updates or anything like that. It is completely PC interfaceable. Several programs out there that interface with this. So let me know your experience. And I know that I put this on the table in the garden, connect it to my long wire, and I've got a few out there just hanging around. And I'm receiving excellent signals straight away. But of course, you know, you do have to wait for the conditions to be okay, but you don't have to wait weeks. You'll find that every day the conditions are okay. You just got to be there at the right time of the day. But I'm finding that really, you know, if I turn it on now, right until about 3, it seems good. And then if I come back in the evening, then it's good again. So, you know, the myth about the bands are dead, never believe that. You just have to be around at the right time. I suppose if you're into, you know, the one that everyone repeats is the solar cycle, which, yes, scientifically is completely correct, but people tend to just talk about the solar cycle. Oh, the bands are dead, 11-year cycle, because it's something they know about, something they've heard repeated. The reality is, get your long wire, and there's plenty of activity out there, plenty. So thanks for watching my YouTube channel. And then the hobby, for those people that say the hobby is dying, no, it's not. It never has been. But I would say it's in the last 10 years, it's been better than I've ever known. And that is all modes, not just digital, HF, you know, all modes, even the receivers, the scanners and the receivers that are selling, they're still, you know, many people just listen, shortwave listeners, just hobbyists who don't even want to own a transceiver that transmits. They don't want to risk, you know, transmitting when they're listening on airband, for example, or marine band. So they want to know they can just scan and listen. It's their hobby. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. I'll do I'm gonna dig out my 706 Mark II-G. And I'm going to do a load more videos on it as if it's brand new again, although it's not brand new. But anyway, bye for now. 7